Well, do you have any future engineers living in your home?
If you do, this weekend would be a great opportunity for them to learn more about that topic. Take a look at this train and have fun, of course. The Lexington Children's Museum will have a drop-in workshop. And here to tell us more about it are Dorothy Freeman and Stephen Herod. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
This is very neat. Well, first of all, Dorothy, tell us about this workshop. It's called Loco for Locomotives.
Well, we have a new relationship going with Steve Herod. We're really happy to have found him. Actually, he found us. We have drop-in workshops every weekend at the Children's Museum on Saturdays and Sundays from 2 until 4. And this one with Steve, Loco for Locomotives, is going to be really special. He's got steam engines that he's going to bring and show the children how they work.
And Steve, you're with Bluegrass
Model Engineers.
What's the appeal of this? Why are you involved?
This is a hobby where folks like to build working models of real machinery. Usually it's trains or boats, but it could really be anything. There are even folks who do clocks. But the fundamental thing is it's metal and a functioning working model, and there are lots of different folks, either professionals or retired tool and die makers, anybody like to have a little machine shop in their basement and make working models of trains and engines and things like that.
Tell us about the train that you brought, because it's incredible, all the features that it has.
This is a working steam locomotive. It's miniature, but it's exactly like the real thing. It burns coal, it has a boiler, it makes steam, and the steam drives the pistons that drive the train. And the train is powerful enough to haul a couple of adults on a track and ride around a circle of track.
They could sit in a wagon or whatever.
They can sit in a little flat car or whatever and ride around the circle, you know, half-mile circle of track or something like that, and ride behind the train.
Wow. And
it's handcrafted. And now, obviously, there are suppliers in the hobby, and some things can be bought and some things can be made, but it was actually made by someone. I bought it secondhand, but I've done a lot of work, repair work on it. But you get metal castings or metal parts, you machine them on a lathe, you fit them, hand fit them, file and fit, build the whole thing. That engine weighs about 60 pounds.
Gosh.
And you did say people could ride it. We just had a picture that we flashed up there, and it looked like somebody was actually on it, riding it around. Right there's the picture.
Yes.
Is that what's happening there?
Yes, that's me and a couple of kids behind me, and we're just bouncing back and forth on a tiny little 40-foot section of track at an exhibit. We have, at this point, most of us are members of a larger club up in Cincinnati, and we have a huge outdoor facility. Someday we would really like to have something closer to home where we could do this locally.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you going to do with the kids at the workshop at the Children's Museum?
Well, we'll be indoors, so I won't be able to run that train because of smoke and everything. But what I'll do is I'll have that train on display, and I'll bring a couple of toy, really truly toy steam engines, little bitty toy steam engines. Those will run because they just burn alcohol and things like that. So they'll actually get to see something in steam that actually has a fire and steam and a whistle and all this. And then we'll have that on display. And it'll be a couple hours. It'll just be kind of a rotating 10-minute talk, and you can come in and see what's going on and touch things. I'll let the kids touch a little bit and whatnot, and then go on and see the rest of the museum.
Mm-hmm. Very neat.
How about for folks that want to get involved in this? Do you have to have a lot of specialized ability as far as doing something along the lines of what you talked about?
Not really. Obviously, it's a ratio of time and money. And depending on which one you have the more of is how you approach the hobby. But we're very interested in having people join up with us, very interested in having anyone out there right now who's interested in this hobby or thinks they know someone who's interested in this hobby. Please contact us. We'd like to hear about you.
All right. And once again, Dorothy, the workshop is this coming Saturday?
This Saturday from 2 until 4.
All right. Lexington Children's Museum.
In Victorian Square.
Wonderful. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.